So does Red Matter on the Oculus Quest live up to all the hype? That's what we're talking about today on BMF. Hey Questers, and welcome to another episode of BMF, the unofficial home for all things Oculus Quest. If you want to get the most out of your Quest and the best bang for your buck, then subscribe and hit that bell icon now. Huge thanks to Vertical Robot for sending me a key to review the game. Ever since Vertical Robot announced that they were bringing Red Matter to the Quest a couple of weeks ago, the internet has been buzzing about the game and about the graphical quality, all because of a video released showing what they were able to accomplish on the Quest. Does the game actually look all that good, and is it worth grabbing? Let's check in and find out.
Red Matter is a first-person sci-fi adventure puzzle game that relies largely on atmosphere and story to propel the game forward and create an immersive experience. Because of that, the game does lean heavily on its visuals to help create an environment that feels both real and haunting at the same time. When I say haunting, don't get me wrong, this game is in no way a horror game with jump scares and gallons of blood. It's more of a psychological mind bender with creepy undertones. The real reason you're watching this review is because you heard the game was gorgeous, and you want to know if it's true or not. To put it simply, heck yes, it's absolutely true. Red Matter is by far the prettiest game I've played on the Quest yet. Whatever voodoo magic that Vertical Robot did with this game worked, and it's incredible. The time and effort they put into porting this game really shows, especially in the details. There are points in the game when you just stare in awe at the stupidest things, because it's not something you're used to seeing that way on the Quest yet. Take the elevator, for example. As you're riding the elevator, you look through a glass door at the rocks, and the reflections and lighting effects used to create the translucent glass looks crazy good. Then you shine your flashlight on it, and you can actually see the scratches on the glass itself. It's the small details like that that really pull you into this game and create a level of immersion on the Quest that's really honestly ridiculous. The crux of this game is the abandoned and oddly quiet space station, and each area of the station is built and structured in such a way as to really push the feeling of isolation, and the quality of the visuals pushes that even farther forward. Add that to the highly effective soundtrack and audio effects, and you have yourself an environment that is easy to get lost in and thrilling to experience. So now that you know that the game looks and sounds good, what about the gameplay and story itself? I'm happy to report that the story is a great example of a well-written, well-performed, and well-executed video game. Right from the very beginning, the game hooks you with its mystery, and each step of the way reveals enough to keep you wanting to play more. The voiceover is superb, and the story is not just another aspect of the game. It comes alive and will keep you thinking about both the overall concept and the ending after you've removed the headset. When it comes to gameplay, the game is just as polished as its visuals. Locomotion can either be done by pushing the right thumbstick forward, porting where you want to go, and releasing, which will allow your character to float over to that location using your suit's thrusters. Or you can push down on either grip button to move forward. There are 3 different tools you're going to use in your left hand, including a flashlight, a gripping tool like your right hand, and a computer scanning system that you will use to both scan items, translate signs and documents to read, and to unlock doors and interact with various items and computer systems. The puzzles themselves in the game can be challenging, but not to the point of frustration. It's really all about the story, and the devs did a wonderful job balancing the puzzles and story. Each puzzle has a logical and easy answer once you put your mind to solving it. Although there are a few times I had to stop and ponder my situation, each of the puzzles in the game gives you the answers either in the environment or through common sense, and you have to be open to finding it. The game itself isn't super long, coming in between 2.5 to 3 hours, depending on how much you explore the facility and how fast you solve the puzzles. It's not a 10-hour epic, but I think for the story, it's a great length, and it probably would have been pushing it farther than it should have if it was longer than that. Think of it like an interactive sci-fi thriller movie. We pay $20 to buy and watch a 2-hour or less movie all the time, so buying a game with the quality of Red Matter with a 3-hour story is really no different.
Red Matter stunned me both visually and in its complex and interesting story. In fact, because of how excellent the game is, I'm going to play through it a second time right away just so I can experience it all over again. Long story short, believe the hype and you won't be sorry you did. If you're looking for other Oculus Quest games, check out my other reviews here. Also, please help me out by liking and sharing this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for future Oculus Quest content on BMF, the unofficial home for all things Oculus Quest. Happy questing.